Cyril, a pretty big name at LSU, Leonard Fournette, but you're coaching his younger brother who is a running back in his own right, but those two guys are very different people, it seems like.
Oh, definitely. Leonard is one of a kind, but Leonard's one of a kind as well. You know, he's very quiet, low-key, but he comes to work every day, and you know, and I kind of like his approach, his attitude. You know, he's got to follow in his own footsteps. You know, he has to make his own path, and I think he does a tremendous job with his work ethic, his determination, just his will to set his mark in life.
He seems like a quiet kid who has taken a lot of what Leonard has influenced and taught him and kind of putting his own spin on it. He said he comes out here and he works late at night by himself to kind of push himself.
Yeah, you know, that's just the type of young man that he is. You know, he learned from a great mentor and his older brother. You know, but he know now he has passed the torch to him. So, you know, the athletic ability that comes natural. So it's those little things that he has to do, working by himself, studying film, just, you know, learning his position and getting better at his craft.
Have you seen a different player just in these few weeks as you've been getting ready?
Oh, definitely. You know, I think he made leaps and bounds last year. You know, and then in the off season, he had a tremendous off season. He had a fantastic spring, great summer, and he's just picked up and he's taking it to another level.
All right, we'll start a second video here. Leonard comes with all the expectations, all the hype and everything. What would surprise you about Leonard this season, or what could anything surprise you at this point after coaching him?
There's nothing that can surprise me about Leonard Fournette. You know, he's the best I saw ever in high school, and I think the sky's the limit for him. He has a approach that is relentless, and he wants to be good at what he does, and he is good at what he does, and he continues to learn and to get better.
You just touched on something I was going to ask about. Terrence McGee and Kenny Hilliard have both said that one thing is he asked a ton of questions. Kenny Hilliard, you're talking about a kid who led the state in rushing, I believe, 3 years, maybe the all-time leading rusher.
Correct.
He's had a little bit of a roller coaster season. He can be a good influence on a guy like Leonard, and Leonard has soaked up that knowledge, it sounds like.
Oh, no doubt about it. You know, he knows what every great man knows. He doesn't know everything. You know, so with that being said, he wants to be good, and he knows those guys has been in the trenches. They've been playing against the best of the best, you know, in the SEC. So now it's Leonard's turn. So, you know, he needs to lean on them and get some advice and put his own spin on it and find his niche in what he wants to do. And I think that's a great approach, and I wouldn't expect anything different out of him.
I think that Leonard going anywhere was going to make it a pretty good situation, but it seems like for him, it's become an ideal situation. He's got older backs, he's got an older offensive line, and he gets to grow up with a young quarterback, whether it's Anthony Jennings or Brandon Harris. Do you kind of see that as a good situation for him to grow with some of those skill position guys?
Well, I'll tell you, and that's the advantage that you have when you go to college. You know, he's going to have a great offensive line. You know, those guys are back. You know, he has a ton of talent around him at the skill position, at the receivers, to take some pressure off of him. He has a young man that did a tremendous job in the bowl game last year at the end of the season after Mettenberg got hurt. You know, he's got a young guy that just came in with him that, you know, his also skill set is tremendous. You know, so it's going to take a little pressure off him. You know, and the more athletes you have around you, the better you have a chance to be successful. And Leonard brings so much to the table. You know, it's going to be something scary, but it's going to be something awesome to watch.
Will he put pressure on himself, or is that just the normal expectations he's had from the time he stepped on a football field?
You know, Leonard is going to be Leonard. You know, so he's his biggest critic. He's his worst critic. You know, so anything that he does wrong, he's going to know he did it wrong, and he's going to go back. He's going to ask some more questions. He's going to study, and he's going to get all the advice that he needs so he can be successful at the next attempt.